to the Bluehub YouTube channel. I'm Joe and I'm one of the ERP specialists here at Bluehub, and today I'm mainly going to be running through how the additional attributes work within the system. So within Cin7 you can have multiple additional attributes which are kind of like a grouping of custom fields. These groups can be applied to different elements within the system. So you could have a group for your products within the system that has additional attributes, and those attributes could be commodity code, could be country of origin, could be a second form of category against the item. You can also have these going against purchases and sales as well for additional tracking and reporting against those transactions. So what we can do is we can access this by going into settings. We can go into reference books. From our reference books on the right hand side we can go to additional attributes. From additional attributes we have a current list of ones we have set up in our test account. So we have our sales orders, our purchase orders, products and customers, and we've got a product set too. What this basically means is because you can have a multitude of different products within the system, you can have multiple sets of different types of products. So where you may have batteries within the system and you also sell maybe clothing or you sell something else, the attributes you apply to one particular product may not necessarily apply to another product. So what you can have is two distinct sets within the system and apply both of those sets to their own individual products in the system to then track different information against those products. So going into our sales order here, for an example, we can open this up. We've currently got the title set up as sales order. We've got our first attribute within this attribute set, so we can have up to 10 attributes. Our first one we've just called type. Our attribute type in this case is we have 3 different options to pick from. We can have a list which we can supply values for. This can go as long as you need it to. You can have a checkbox which is just a true or false, where maybe it was actioning a certain document in the system. So you can tick it and say this was actioned or the customer agreed to X, Y and Z. And then you have the last one here which is text, and this text option is a plain text tracking. So if it's something which is going to be typed out order by order, and it's something which is dependent on that order but can't be picked from a preset term of values like this list option, you'd use a text one. One thing to note, the text one to be careful of is spelling mistakes within there. If you spell something 2 different ways, you're going to put 2 different values in your reports. So if it's something which can be predefined, keep it to a list. If it's something that needs a little bit of flexibility, use a text option. If I click close and go into settings and then go into general settings, we can actually apply these additional attributes to our different parts of the system. So on the left hand side I can go to sales process customization. I can then scroll down, and from here I can go to default attribute set, and we're going to set our sales orders to be our default attribute set. From here we can then save this page and we can go to sale, search and sales. And then what we can find is, from the example one I've done today, we've got a type, which is our attribute set title, and we see the value which is applied to a particular order within the system. In order to have this particular column showing up, we can activate this by going into the settings wheel on the top right. Because I've called it type, it's appearing at the top for me in this scenario, and because it's on the far left hand side. However, you'll probably find it may be a little bit further down if you have not already set this up. So just have a scroll down this list and just see if you can find the option where you've added to your account. Once added in and once ticked, it'll show up, and then from here you can drag and drop this to wherever you need. You can access these additional attributes by clicking into a sales order in this example here, scrolling down, going to logs and attributes, and then you're going to get your little attribute option here on the left hand side, from where you can click the drop down and pick from one of 2 options. If you have not supplied one, it will show up as blank. If you have picked one, you can only pick one of the 2 options that exist. Once these have been applied to sales orders in the system, we can now access these in reports for our reporting purpose. So I can go into reports from here. I'm just going to open this in a new tab. From here I can go to sale reports. I'm then just going to go to sales overview. From my sales overview report, one thing I'm going to look for is does it already exist in this blue bar? If not, what you'll probably find is within configure layout, it's going to exist in this hidden fields. And it's going to be called exactly the same name as what the attribute is called. So in this case it's called type. So if it didn't exist already in here, I would then find it within my hidden fields. Because it already exists, I'm going to run a report for the last 30 days. I'm going to click update. And once this data loads in, I can then click on my drop down for type, either on here or I can drag it in, and I can see the current values which are showing up. From here I can then click onto bulk, I can click OK, and then we're just going to see the singular sales order that this applies to within the system. From this type, if I want to as well, I can click, I can drag, and then I can put it down into here so it's in the individual columns of this particular report. You can then save this report, you can use this in your custom filters if you wanted to as well. And with all of these custom attributes and fields within the system, you can also put them onto templates if you needed to. It does depend on the template which you're printing out, so it will depend on where this attribute set is being applied to and where the information is being brought from, but you can bring it through onto templates. Most importantly, products with the country of origin code and commodity codes. Speaking of products, we can go into inventory, search and products, and from here we can actually access our attributes against our products within the system. So if we open up one of these products here, on the right hand side you can define an attribute set for a set of products. We can then click on products for our attribute set. On the left hand side you'll get a new menu that says additional attributes, and then from here you then get a full list of all the attributes that apply to this set. In this example here I've just got 4 different fields that are all text based, but I can come into here and I can enter in my country of origin code, my commodity code, and my case and split units as well. This data can then be pulled into templates, can be pulled into reports, and if you are connected to Xero, certain custom fields can also be sent through as tracking categories as well. If you do have any other questions on how the template functionality works, we do have another video discussing how to edit and create your templates, and we'll try and link that down below in the description. But if there's anything you'd want to cover further on this particular topic, please let us know down in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next video.